So, it's funny how life works. Memories are flooding back to me. I'll tell you why. My first ever job, age of 21, I was doing this commute every day. Every day. High Holborn, London. High Holborn, London. Centre of London. First ever job. And I was going to this office right there. Right there. Every day. I was a graduate. It was a great company, international company. I was brought on as a protege to the head of department. He hired me because he saw something in me. And it was mind-blowing as an experience because it was the most challenging job ever. Why? Because of the social anxiety, the nervous system that was just in fear mode all the time. Every single day I'd be freaking out about going to work. You know, that office right there, right in the corner, top left. You might have heard me talk about this, but there was a time where I was told to speak in front of everyone. And yeah, I cracked. I tried to drink alcohol at 8 a.m. Tried to smoke cigarettes. I didn't really smoke, but I was trying to do it because I thought it might help me. And I go into that meeting and I crumble. Just had to speak for 1 minute. Right in that corner building there. That's a conference room. Or it used to be. It doesn't look like it anymore. This was the office. Great company. I was freaking out. I was embarrassed and shame. 21 years old dealing with that, you know? And yeah, I had all the fun parts of being 21 as well. I wasn't just completely consumed. I was going out, partying, meeting my friends, drinking, having a good life, earning good money for that age. Being a protege to a head of department, I was doing well, really well. I've always done well for my age, right? That's always come through. But the cap on my potential has always been the speaking thing, this anxiety thing. It's overthinking, self-doubt, right? Whole body, it's a body experience. It's not like what some people might say, oh yeah, it's just your thoughts. Yeah, go and say that to someone who experiences a body experience. You don't get it, you can't say that, right? You can't just say it's thoughts. Override it, spiritually override it. There's a body feeling of rejection and death actually occurring. I didn't understand that. I didn't know what to do with that. I just hated it every time I felt it, which was most days. So I'm here after how many years? 12 or 13 years it's been. Had to come here for a conference. Haven't been in London for 8 months. And the second day back, I'm here. Look, the offices has changed now. Looks different. Can't go in there because they might say you can't film. Whole different company there. Right down that road I used to go to the pub with my boss, who I didn't really like at the time, although he was great as a mentor. I can see now he was helping me to try and overcome that stuff. He hired me to be his successor. Like this kind of like Game of Thrones kind of stuff. He's a great guy. He shaped me to become a leader. You know, even though I hated it, even though I hated that job, I left that job out of fear that I wasn't good enough, out of fear that I should be in a mental hospital rather than working. I left, but still I got lessons, right? So everything teaches us. All the pain I went through, I still go through it sometimes, still have a nervous system which goes into protection mode, right? And all the somatic work out there these days shows that the body, if we go to the body level, we can relax our nervous system, right? We can get ourselves into calm. And that's what I did. That's my story. I went into bodybuilding, yoga, eating all the best food. I did every single thing. I did not let any part of that become out of whack because I knew the pain. You know, I'm not doing this and I haven't done this for vanity or I want to have a good looking body. No. Why does someone go to extremes? I went to extremes because I couldn't handle the pain anymore. You know? And I learned. and I became an efficient machine. I meditated, did all this stuff for years, even now. And I realize how useful it is. That's why I'm passionate about all this stuff, because of memories like that. We can meditate and slow down the mind, get into the body, slow down the body, tell it is safe, tell it it's not going to die regularly. Then everything can change fundamentally. We can look at who we are, all the stories about ourselves, and change those. So now all of these stories are a making of me. You know, all of these stories had to happen. I'm happy. And going down on memory lane is beautiful. 12, 13 years later. So I wanted to share that little story with you. And let's end it with this. Just over there, opposite building to me, one of my best friends worked there. He was my best friend. Literally, we somehow got a job, somehow opposite each other. We'd call each other or message each other actually Fridays and say, hey, when are you going to get out? And most of the time we'll get out by 4 p.m. And we will meet each other. We'd have some fun. We'll go to a pub. We'll do what boys do, right? Explore, have fun, talk to girls, do whatever, right? We're in the big city of London. So life's been good. Life was great back then. So I'm not making any of this look like don't want it to look like, oh my God, oh, you had a sad life. No. It was just very challenging. A good life, but these things that were in my way were stopping my potential. They're stopping me from being free and happy, really expressive. So that's why I'm passionate about all this work. Because I know there's new levels to unlock. And not even new, it's just always been there, right? Every one of us knows it's always been there. I knew I was going to be a great speaker. It's always there. It's just covered up by stuff. Fear, body going into fight or flight, protection mode. When everything stiffens up, we can't speak or go into flow, right? And that's what I ended up learning. And that's why I did all this stuff with the body, and why I teach about all this stuff with the nervous system. The spirit and the heart knows. And it's all powerful. We have to connect that to our body and our mind so that life is working for us. Right? Anyway, I'm going to leave it as that. And I'm going to get the same train I used to get when I was working back then. The same route home to my parents' house anyway. And it's beautiful to go down memory lane. Anyway, if that was useful, if that inspired something in you, that spoke to you, please comment. I would love to hear it. I know younger me would love to hear it too. If it was helpful, if there's something you're exploring as well on this, please tell me that. And I'll do whatever I can to help you. Promise you that. Anyway, I'll leave it as that. See you on the next one.
Do you have